What if the king of hip-hop was hiding a world darker than any record label? Sean "Diddy" Combs, once a towering figure in music and business, now faces a potential downfall in a Manhattan courtroom. Accused of sex trafficking, racketeering, coercion, and witness tampering, the gravity of the charges could upend everything he's built. The trial is already a cultural earthquake scrutiny on star privilege, systemic injustice, and celebrity culture. Every exhibit, testimony, and sealed document carries weight in this high-stake case. Tonight, we strip away the public persona to examine the alleged hidden empire underneath. Prepare to witness a rock star's life laid bare right before justice draws its lines. The epicenter of charges. Behind the fame lurks an alleged enterprise in criminality. Prosecutors accuse an alleged criminal network reaching deep into personal and professional operations over years. Documents reportedly depict structured trafficking, financial coordination, and suppression of threats to silence victims. They claim Diddy acted like a CEO focused on power and secrecy, not just albums and endorsements. Investigators tracked cash flows, flight logs, and internal communications to map the system. This case isn't about rumors, it's layered with forensic data, witness affidavits, and digital trails. If active, the alleged enterprise could stand alongside organized crime, not just celebrity scandal. And for Diddy, no chart has ever mattered more than this legal ledger. Freakoff parties exposed. Glamorous parties or masked cages of control. Central are the notorious Freakoff weekends, an alleged stage for coercion, drugs, and manipulation. Prosecutors suggest women were forced into participation, threatened if they tried to leave or resist. Defense paints a contrasting picture. Consensual gatherings, creative adult fantasy, nothing more. Stored texts and recordings reportedly reveal instructions on who could stay or go. Was this immersive fun or precisely organized exploitation? Every contract, every flight ticket, and hotel receipt becomes key to deciphering intent. Even lavish invites can mask sinister intentions. Cassie and Jane, inside testimonies. When love becomes a trap, who's the victim in the romance? Cassie Ventura's testimony recounts alleged emotional abuse, control, and manipulation in one of the world's highest-profile relationships. Another witness, Jane, testified to being drugged and coerced, an unwilling participant hidden behind VIP velvet. They describe a life where private moments became prison cells. Defense responds with love notes, romantic photo dumps, and commute evidence. Factual war meets emotional battlefield. But judges and jurors must decide, are texts proof of truth or smokescreens? Their pain becomes evidence, convicting by proximity. How do you weigh love against fear? The court now serves that brutal question. Evidence, oil jars, and closet revelations. The devil's in the details, and in these closets, full of tools. Confiscated closets are packed with assault-implicating items, lubricants, stripper outfits, performance wear. Prosecutors argue that volumes indicate use, and use indicates intent to degrade and control. They weave narrative around them. These aren't stylized mementos, they're instruments. Defense counters, they catered to adult lifestyle choices, not crime. Yet catalogs of oil and prescription substances paint an unsettling illusion of calculated design. Closing eyes won't make these items disappear. They'll remain as evidence of culture, control, and contradiction. The legal showdown. Is it abuse or misjudged intimacy? The prosecution leans on trauma experts who argue that embedded power and financial influence can negate consent. The defense counters with tales of mutual affection, personal choice, and ongoing emotional connection. It becomes a court of nuance, where emotional gray zones swallow black and white definitions. Psychology, power dynamics, and persuasion become legal battlegrounds. Ultimately, the jury must decide where consent ends and coercion begins. But can emotional complexity be distilled into juror verdicts? That's the legal challenge of the century. Grenades in the courtroom. One sentence on the stand can topple an empire. Cassie's emotional testimony, husky voice just above a whisper, shifted courtroom energy irrevocably. Yet, defense counsel seized upon romantic past messages, positing love can overlap with fear. That tension seeped into jurors' eyes, each pause, hesitation, and tear taking on avalanche weight. Jury boxes became pressure cookers of empathy versus doubt. Every admitted detail, sulfured by emotion, landed as evidence. In that silence, the fate of a legacy and millions of hearts was balanced on a breath. Mistrials, motions, and legal tension. When process cracks, the case fractures. Defense lawyers challenged leaked witness testimony, claiming jury minds have been contaminated far before opening statements. Allegations of media manipulation swirl. Courts respond with stern warnings on confidentiality. The judge's instructions pull both sides behind procedural shadows, reminding them balance cannot be broken. Every mistrial motion, every objection, every sidelong glance could reroute the course. This isn't just presentation, it's power shaped by protocol. Lawyers navigate courtroom tension like mines lit only by judges' glare. Civil suits and parallel stakes. Even without prison, liabilities may bankrupt him. Beyond indictments, over 120 civil complaints accuse Diddy of sexual assault, trafficking, and rape, even alleging underage involvement. Settlements loom in the millions. Some victims already settled, others demand courtroom vindication. Unlike criminal proceedings, civil courts ask only, likely by preponderance, far less burden of proof. So even acquittal wouldn't end the legal reckoning, they might still face financial ruin. Every lawsuit reopened, every affidavit, every public accusation fortifies the structure, and civil juries speak with different voices than federal panels. Fallout in fame and fortune. When the empire crumbles, what echoes behind the spotlight? Key radio affiliates dropped his tracks. Major brands moved off stage, some distancing, before claims even reached court. Sponsorships dissolved. Shareholders retreated, preferring distance over risk. Even celebrity friends recalibrate public image shifts faster than legal rulings. The same networks that once promoted him are now rewriting scripts and rerouting promotion budgets. Legacy media is asking whether past interviews or appearances should be archived or erased. Every silence on social media is being interpreted as judgment, and every public endorsement reconsidered. The world learned loyalty expires faster than a headline. Fame's safety net is dissolving, and brand is ceding ground to belief. This trial's echoes may define Diddy's legacy longer than any beat ever could. What's next? Verdicts and cultural reckoning. The gavel falls, but the conversation doesn't end. Closing arguments are weeks away. The jury will then retreat to deliberate, insulated, secret, torn. A conviction could redefine celebrity criminal justice. An acquittal won't erase civil liability. The broader impact? A cultural shift in how we treat powerful predators and their enablers. Public reactions are already forming battle lines between fans, victims advocates, and justice skeptics. Law schools are tracking the case for what it could mean in future precedent regarding consent and coercion. The entertainment world is taking notes: who stays quiet, who pivots, and who steps forward. Will legal system keep pace with #MeToo demands and public expectation? Will influencers change incentives for those who see stardom as shield? Regardless of fate, Diddy's case will echo through social, cultural, and legal corridors. From gold record luxury to locked court documents, this trial is more than celebrity gossip. It's collective reckoning. It tests whether authority, when shadowed with suspicion, can still serve justice. Because when allegations reach this scale, reputation is as vulnerable as guilt. And for survivors, every verdict is another chapter in legal and societal memory. Stay vigilant, stay compassionate, and watch how far power can bend truth before it breaks. This isn't just about one man, it's about the culture that enabled him. The music fades, but the consequences echo for years. We're not just watching a trial, we're witnessing a turning point in accountability. Thanks for tuning in. Diddy's legal saga is just one thread in a much bigger story about power and justice. If this deep dive kept you thinking, hit that like button and subscribe for more real talk on the headlines that matter. Stay sharp, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next breakdown.